Okay, so here is the whole 3-hour show of Raw, alright? From the start to the finish. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to cut out all the way up to the last half hour. Maybe even more than that. Because aside from the main event, the rest of this Raw was garbage. So Raw review for October 7th, 2013. And this episode of Raw was terrible. This was fucking terrible. Hot off the heels of an equally, if not more so, terrible pay-per-view. From what I've read and what I've seen, because I did not watch that fucking pay-per-view, it sucked. I knew it was going to suck, and I wasn't going to watch it. It fucking blew. I mean, WWE Battleground, they might as well have just called it WWE Big Show. From the way it fucking ended, or better yet, just call it WWE Bullshit. Anyway, let's get into this episode of Raw here. I'm gonna blow through a couple of the segments that just don't mean anything because I want to get to some of the bigger topics of the night and spend more time on those. So, speaking of shit that doesn't mean anything, or at least stuff that I don't fucking care about, the show opened with Stephanie McMahon and The Big Show. Why is The Big Show so prominent? Why is he such a main event player? I don't fucking care about The Big Show. I haven't for years. And in this segment, it was all about Big Show, and it was probably more about Stephanie McMahon. She spent more time on the fucking mic, and that's a huge problem right there. She talked for way too fucking long. And I thought we had made such progress with Stephanie and Triple H last week, but then I forgot that WWE is a bunch of spastic fucking monkeys that go from one extreme to the other, and now we're back into this drawn-out bullshit. Stephanie McMahon, I can't stand her talking, man. It just kills me. I hate it. At least back in the Attitude Era, when she was talking, she fucking, she was looking good doing it. Now she's all covered up, and, I don't care. Why sit through the pain when I don't have anything? Why sit through the pain with my ears when I don't have anything nice to look at with my eyes? So fuck no. What ends up happening is Stephanie, she slaps Big Show in the face repeatedly, like a bitch. And then she fires him. Terrific. That's great. But I don't care about the Big Show. And I didn't care about this segment, so it did nothing for me. I hated it because I had to hear Stephanie talk, and I had to see Big Show take up the big opening segment. Moving on. First match was Dolph Ziggler versus Damien Sandow. And I will say I like this match. This was one of the very few bright spots on this episode of Raw. Ziggler got owned for most of the match, per usual. But eventually he came back, he hit the Famouser, got the victory. So, there you go. Up next there was a six-woman, I think it was six-woman Divas match of some kind. Soon there's going to be 8 women in there, and there'll be fucking 10. Then they'll just start bringing, the backstage hands out and put them in tights and have them wrestle. Get as many women in the fucking ring as you possibly can, WWE. Guess what? I'm still not going to fucking watch it. And what a treat for us. After that was more Stephanie McMahon. Backstage with Brad Maddox. That's even better. Stephanie already exceeded her allowed talking time in the first segment. And now we got her again backstage. She's already over the limit. Get the fuck out of here. And she says something along the lines of Brad needs to redeem himself because it's his fault that the pay-per-view was such a fucking disaster on Sunday night. I think. I don't know. I don't fucking care. But then Brad Maddox comes out and he says that the fans are going to get to vote on a guest referee for the upcoming Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell match that's going to happen at the next pay-per-view. And, oh shit, you know what? It's not the fans. It's the motherfucking universe. And your first option is Booker T. There you go. Now, you have to use the WWE app to make your vote. Okay? But thankfully, and I mean thank God, the WWE was kind enough kind enough to show me and you and all of us dumb shit, motherfucking stupid ass, retarded assholes out here how to use the WWE app like 6 million times. Thank you, WWE. Fuck, show me one more time. I think I need to see it again. I'm having a memory lapse here, because, you know, I'm a fucking idiot. And the hits just keep on coming. How's about the 3MB versus Los Matadores again? I had this up in my little comment in the corner last week in a video, but I didn't actually say it. I watched the intro for Los Matadores one time last week, just to see what it was so that I could review it. And I have reviewed it, and the results are in. It is fucking stupid, and I am never going to watch it again. I skipped it, and I skipped the entire fucking match because this is two groups of people that I couldn't give two shits less about if my life depended on it. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I will tell you that when I stopped skipping through it, and I got to the end, I caught the end of the whole segment, and the Primo and Epico were holding up that little midget bull dude on their shoulders. There was zero crowd reaction. It was fucking dead. I'm talking crickets. So, very soon, I believe this whole gimmick is going to go the way of Lord Tensai. Down the fucking tubes. Alright, up next, we got a glimpse of something positive on this episode of Raw. Except for that Damien Sandow, Dolph Ziggler match. That was good. But we got Paul Heyman, Ryback, Curtis Axel in the ring. Heyman's calling Punk a cheater because he used a low blow to beat Ryback at the pay-per-view. There is some asshole outside of my house on a lawnmower. Again, I hope that's not picking up, but if it is, you hear a sound, that's what it is. So Punk comes out pretty much right away, says he's going to fight in a rematch if they want one, whenever they want one. Probably going to be at Hell in a Cell. And, you know, I like this segment. It was good, but it was so fucking quick, I barely got time to enjoy it. Then they kept blocking out the word balls. I caught that. That was stupid. So Ryback challenges Punk to come down to the ring right now. And Punk, you know, looks like he might do it, but then out comes R-Truth to back him up. Yay. So we go immediately into a CM Punk R-Truth versus Ryback Curtis Axel tag team match. Now let me tell you, I'm going to say for like 90% of this match, it was fucking boring. R-Truth was in there, and, you know, he was the one getting beat down, and it was just rest holds and punches and shoulder tackles into the corner, and it was just fucking weak, man. Eventually, finally, Punk got the hot tag, and guess what? To quote JR, business picked up, but only for about 2 fucking minutes, because he hit the GTS on Curtis Axel, tagged in R-Truth to do the scissors kick on Curtis Axel, and then get the pin. And that was it. The match was over, so we got maybe 2 minutes of good stuff, but before that, it was just, I don't even know how long, it felt like an hour of boring ass shit. Alright, up next, we got Bob Backlund coming out, saying that he's the second of your 3 options to pick for the special guest referee. His promo was insane. I couldn't even understand what he was saying, and the crowd barely reacted to him. So, moving on. Alright, up next was Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston. And, you know, not a whole lot to say here either. And this match, there was nothing going on, nothing special at all, until, again, right up till near the end, Orton caught Kofi springboarding off the top rope and spun him into a power slam. That was pretty nice. And shortly after that, Orton did a hanging DDT to Kofi outside the ring, and then rolled him in, and I think he hit the RKO and got the pin then. So Orton wins. Bet you didn't see that coming. But then we got some good stuff. After that, Daniel Bryan came running out, and crowd popped huge for him. He started attacking Orton, 1-8 shit on Orton. Referees and officials trying to pull Bryan off of Orton. Orton takes off backstage. Daniel Bryan breaks free, chases after Orton. I like this brawl. It made Daniel Bryan look very strong, and he needed that. It was good stuff. All right, up next, we got the third option for your special guest referee, Shawn Michaels. Obvious choice. He's going to get the vote, and he does. Shawn shaved his crazy-ass hillbilly beard that he had working just a month or 2 ago, so I noticed that. And I'm sure they're going to play off the storyline of Shawn Michaels being Triple H's best friend, And they even mentioned about how he trained Daniel Bryan, so this could open up some new storyline possibilities going forward. Alright, so up next, the big thing that I'm sure a lot of people are talking about. Alberto Del Rio versus Ricardo Rodriguez. Vicky makes the match, and after the bell rings, she makes an announcement that Del Rio is going to defend his title, the World Heavyweight Championship, at Hell in a Cell against John Cena, returning from his injury. Alright, now there's a couple things I want to talk about here. John Cena coming back from his injury so soon. First of all, I said this in the Cena video I did when he first went out, that he was going to come back way sooner than what the predictions were, because he's just got this Wolverine super healing body to him that he just always comes back from most brutal injuries. Yes, he's coming back, and yes, I hate his guts, but all I ever wanted out of John Cena and the WWE was a little bit of change as far as his either his character or his position in the lineup of the card. And if they're going to put him in the World Heavyweight Championship match, that's pretty much a guarantee that he's not closing out the show. At least that's what I think. But if we follow logic, let's break this down logically. If John Cena, faces Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship, he's not going to be, logically, the last match on the pay-per-view. And it takes him out of the main event storyline they have going on. And it may keep him down just a little bit lower in the card. So I have to say, John Cena's still going to piss me off, but he's not going to be in that top spot. But the problem is, this is the WWE we're talking about. And you got to look at it as kind of like a laboratory experiment, okay? Like, you do a bunch of tests, and you take all that data that you've collected to make an educated guess of some kind. So, taking the experiment that is the WWE and the years of data that I have collected, I'm sure other people have collected from watching them over the course of time, they have proven over and over again that John Cena is their guy, and he's the one that's going to be at the top for as long as they want him to be there. So, I pretty much have to see it with my own eyes to believe it, that they are really going to keep John Cena out of the main event and keep him in the World Heavyweight Championship story and out of the WWE title story. I have to see it to believe it, because right now, based on what I know, that's not what's going to happen. But maybe not. Maybe the WWE would do the logical thing, which would, it would just be great if Cena was not in the main event, not closing out shows all the fucking time. But until I see it with my own two eyes, I'm not going to believe it. Alright, so anyway, Del Rio got distracted by the announcement. Ricardo Rodriguez rolled him up in a sloppy-ass roll-up. Got the surprise pin on him. Ricardo wins, but Del Rio attacks him after the match. Alright, up next, Fandango versus Zack Ryder. Filler match. Fandango wins with a leg drop. Match was short. Oh, here's another winner. Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro versus Santino Marella, Great Khali with Hornswoggle in their corner. I will not watch this shit ever. Even in fast forward, it looked fucking stupid. Alright, up next we got Miz TV. Miz was out there, and immediately the Wyatts come out. And the lights are down, they go up. You got the two Wyatts in the ring, about to attack Miz. He takes off up the ramp to attack Bray Wyatt, and then, runs away when the other Wyatts chase after him. And you see Bray Wyatt hanging off the other two with his head back, doing that crazy taunt that he's got, which I think is pretty cool. Overall, it was, a quick, interesting segment. All right, here we go with the main event. The Shield versus Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Daniel Bryan. I was looking forward to this match at the beginning of the show. And by the end of the show, I was really looking forward to this match because there wasn't much else that was good at all on this fucking Raw. So by the end, I was ready. And I think the fucking crowd was ready too, because they were pumped for this match more than anything else in the rest of the show. Unfortunately, Triple H came out to just sit there and get his fucking face on TV at ringside. But I did like the match. I liked the Shield taunting from the apron, and, you know, whichever member of the Shield was in the ring at the time, the shit that they say is fun. Cody's moonsault looked great, as always. And eventually Daniel Bryan got the hot tag, and the crowd exploded when he came in there. And when Daniel Bryan immediately got that hot tag, he ran over and he did his running drop kick to Roman Reigns, who was on the apron. So he jumped up and he got his feet up over that top rope and kicked Reigns in the face. That's pretty impressive in my book. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, things got pretty crazy after that, and it eventually ended up with Daniel Bryan getting the bell lock on Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose comes in with a chair to break it up. Cody takes the hit, and the ref calls a DQ on the Shield, but then Triple H says, oh no, we gotta restart this match. No DQ this time. All to get Randy Orton to come out from the crowd and hit Daniel Bryan with an RKO when he's not looking. And Seth Rollins was able to get the pin on Daniel Bryan because of that. Shield wins the match. After that, Triple H motions for them to start attacking Goldust and Cody, who are still in the ring. And that's when Big Show comes out. And he gets into the ring. Shield starts attacking him. Triple H is, like he's getting ready to do the pedigree. He's throwing his jacket off. Shield's got Big Show down, but then he, tosses them all outside of the ring. And it's Big Show and Triple H standing in the ring together. And I couldn't believe it. Big Show actually knocked Triple H out with the weapon of mass destruction, a.k.a. the punch. Big Show leaves the ring. Crowd is flipping out, and Daniel Bryan gets back into the ring and leads the crowd in big yes chants, standing over top of Triple H as the show goes off the air. So I will say that I was surprised that Triple H actually sold something for somebody. This is a very rare occurrence indeed. And with all of the garbage that I had to sit through with the Big Show, weeks and weeks of bullshit, this final segment wasn't that bad. Coming out, getting rid of the Shield, punching Triple H in the face, that's good. Now Big Show's done his thing. He's fired. Keep him off of TV now. I would like to not see him come back for several weeks at this point, maybe months. He's done it. He's done. Get him out of there. Because even though this was good, it wasn't worth all of the crap that we had to sit through. And overall, main event was obviously the best part of this show. Mainly because it was the only good fucking part of the show. There was the Damien Sandow, Dolph Ziggler match, but, that really didn't mean anything. And the CM Punk stuff didn't last long enough. Neither did the Wyatt stuff. This was the only extended part of the show that was any good that lasted for a while. So yeah, this was not a good episode of Raw. It just wasn't. You can get away with watching the main event and then just fucking skip all the rest. Save yourself the time and go do something more fun with your life. Alright, JB Squared 61279 with a Raw review. And I will see you guys next time.